100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Let's go, baby.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Just like that. Check 99.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Slam, slam, slam.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he cuts it out, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Boston Scott, his first carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, down, left. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 94.
Now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Set. Play key. Let's go, Mark. All day, baby. All day. Man, left. 22, Mark, 22. Man out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
I'm going to come back to you. All right. King. Check, 55 to Mike. Check. Point it right.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Scott. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Reset. 19.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Got an open man. It's Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
They come out here in the eye.
Kill. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the run.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Scott. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, 59. I got one. Watch out. Pistol. He's coming. Alert. He's coming, double up. Quick the edge. Hurry. Slay.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's right, baby. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Run. Mike 5'9". Man, I got you.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. From the gun on third, Watson escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Check.
On the carry, it's Chubb. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 40 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Let's go. 3-6. Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I smell fear. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Watch the whip. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, the 59. Here we go. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Here we go. Option. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Mike, 59. Hurry. My God.
Throwing, Mayfield. They complete it to Hill. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
He's coming in motion. Hey. Smooth. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Alert.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Hey, check right. Watching it. Hurry. Watch the run. Mike. Point it right. 55, Mike. Watch the curl. Alert. Hey, watch the ship. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, alert. God.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 74 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, Bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Following the penalty, Chubb. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Browns 42, Texans 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's go.
Watson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 70 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
Here's Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Pistol. Don't get nervous. Hey,
back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike spot 9.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Texans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Texans.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 33-yard line.
Reset.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On fourth down, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Here's Watson. Now a desperation throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills, 48 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Watch the safety. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
To the air yet again, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
And mini camps before that, going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the play.